The team at Motus Health and Performance recently took on the chocolate box training workout of the week, and it got us thinking about you guys that are at home now and doing your training with limited access to the weight you'd normally use or the cardio machines. That means we're trying to find intensity in our sessions in other ways, and often means we're doing body weight exercises that can open us up to certain injuries. We understand that quite often the goal in these sessions is to pump out as many reps as you can in as short as time as possible, as that's going to increase the intensity of the session. We also think that it's really important though to focus on your technique with these movements to make sure that we're still training smart. Body weighted movements look different for every individual, and that means there's going to be a technique that works better for you than it does for the next person. For example, a burpee, some of us need our feet wider apart as we lack hip mobility, and that helps us to get to and from the ground easier. The burpee itself is a movement that requires us obviously to get to and from the ground. That's going to mean that we need a hinge from the hips or a flexion extension from the hips and some form of bend from our back. It's something that we need to warm up for before we go and do a number of reps of, especially if we're going to do it quickly. There's a few things that we can work on with our technique to make sure that when we're doing a lot in a row, we're doing it safely. For example, to get down to the ground, we don't want to be folding through our back. We want to fall to the ground as quickly as possible, bending from the hips mostly as opposed to the back. For example, my hips are nice and wide as I lack hip mobility. When I want to hit the ground, I want to do it nice and fast, pop straight down and I'm on the ground. When we're coming up, you want to avoid a big extension and arch through the back. You want to use your chest and your legs to pop off the ground. Remembering that that burpee there is going to look very different for me as it will for you, and that applies to a lot of our body weight exercises. If you're training at home now without your coach looking at your form, it might be a really good idea to get someone to lay eyes over your form or give you some tips about how to do that exercise more effectively. We love seeing that all of our clients have gone back to basics and stayed really committed with their training. We hope this keeps you motivated.